Hello and welcome, everybody. Happy Friday for the last time in 2021. I get to say that. It's great to be here with you all again, as we are most Fridays, to talk about some interesting topics. Today is going to be, usually we like to talk about things going on in the market and different market activities or current events or general financial information. But today, I wanted to take the spotlight that we usually shine out and turn it on us. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Sectors Made Simple. I want to talk about what it means to be a Sectors Made Simple subscriber and what that gives you, what you have access to. Because our family has grown a lot in 2021, as have the amount of features that are available to you with a Sectors Made Simple subscription, but also as a free user. So I wanted to go through today with you all. Look at all of the different tools and resources that are available to you as a Sectors Made Simple subscriber or as a non-member as well, and take any questions that you all have. And then at the end of the webinar, we'll talk about some plans that we have moving into 2022. We have lots of fun things planned, as well as some very fun information about some updates that will be coming to us in the very beginning of the new year. So that's today's topic, and let's get straight into it. Sectors Made Simple was started a year and a half ago, almost to the day a year and a half ago, and we have grown significantly since then. Originally, all we had was the Matrix. It was a way to see a bunch of different market sectors, comparing all of them in a point in time, not saying who was the leader, but saying who is the leader today, and being able to see how that changed over time. That is what all of this has started from. Since then, we have done a year and a half of webinars, where about 50 weeks out of the year, we have done webinars on Tuesdays and Fridays, which means, if you're keeping score at home, right now there is over 150 hours of webinars available to you. These webinars are detailed. We're talking financial information such as what is an index, what is an exchange, what is an ETF, as well as other asset classes, what are bonds, what are cryptocurrency, what are NFTs, and bringing you information that is simple to understand. We try and be approachable with the information we provide and not have it be overly complex or try and sound like there's some barrier to entry. Getting started with investing is supposed to be simple, and that's what we want to share with you all. The knowledge, but also to build your confidence in getting started. Everyone has to start somewhere, and it's fun when you don't have to start alone, and you have information and guidance that makes the entire process easy, but also fun. If you've noticed, these are not very formal webinars. They're not, we do things a little differently here. They're fun, they're fast, and because of that, we can turn on a dime and be ready to cover any new news as it breaks. We've talked in the past year about Evergrande and the situation with the Chinese real estate market. We talked about the little clog in the Suez Canal when we had the Ever Given incident going on. We talked a lot about these events. We talked about the federal interest rate and the Fed's meetings when that whole conversation was going on. We've talked about current events. We've talked about general market information. And right now, there's over 150 hours of webinars available to you. 75 or so are for everyone, free to access, free to use, and I encourage you to go and share those links with your family and friends and whoever you think would find the information interesting. The other 75 are what we call members webinars, where our free webinars try and provide basic information and financial knowledge It is meant to broaden your horizons and make you a more well-rounded and knowledgeable investor, but also give you other financial security and financial knowledge. So how to avoid scams, how to make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck when it comes to Black Friday shopping or buying a new computer. Our members' webinars tend to focus on a little bit different of topics. We talk about some strategies, we talk about investment resources, we talk a lot about actually investing and the ways that you can invest and the ways you can track how your investments are going. In one of the last members webinars that we did this year, I shared an entire spreadsheet of resources. Some will help you to find your next investment. Others will help you take your watch list and automate it, where you get very, very clear buy or don't buy decisions based on your level of risk versus reward. We've built a tracker that helps when you've bought something to follow it, to see when you reach your sell or profit points. And lastly, a spreadsheet to help you track your returns. And all of this is before we even get to the tools that Sectors Made Simple provides. All that is the webinars. And we have over 150 hours of them. So it can be a little bit daunting to get started with Sectors Made Simple because there is so much available to you through Sectors Made Simple. So I want to start off by showing you all two very easy ways to take a lot of the webinars that we've created and start to go through them in a way that makes sense and a way that is usable for you. So let's head on over here to my desktop. That's the wrong screen. That is the right one. Cool. So here we have the learn.sectorsmadesimple.com site. This site is free. You don't need to buy a subscription to get onto this site. All you need is a free account. You can make a free account through the website, and again, no credit cards needed, no free trial there's no need to put in any free trial. The information here is available, or some of the information here from our free webinars is available without any purchase. But if you are a Sectors Made Simple subscriber, you have all of our non-members and members content available to you. And we make it pretty easy to digest, where on our learn.sectorsmadesimple site, there are two main tabs, courses and webinars. Let's first talk here about courses. Courses are a way for us to give you a list of videos and give you a suggested way to watch them, where we start off with one, move to the next, and much like you would build a house, we start from the foundation, we build the first level, the second, and so on and so forth, and eventually stick a roof on top. Under courses, right now, we have 8 courses available to you. Many of these require you to have a subscription in order to go through the entire thing, but all of them allow you to get started with the course without buying a subscription. So if we were to click in, for example, to ETFs, please don't make me log in. Okay, hooray. Or not. Let's just try and click here. There we go. What you're going to first see whenever you open a course is a description of it. What is the course supposed to do? What is it going to teach you? Then on the right, you see what you'll actually learn. So anything in gray, you don't need a subscription to learn. You can learn those topics for free. So through this course, you get 6 hours of webinars free. These webinars will teach you fund types, and the pros and cons of each type of fund, what exchange-traded funds or ETFs are, including subsector and industry funds, and then what market indexes are and how they can be used for analysis. If you are a Sectors Made Simple subscriber, congratulations, you have access to the entire series, where you will continue to learn about the definitions of market cycles, volatility, cyclicality, and seasonality, and lastly, how to analyze the health of the market using indices, market cycles, and volatility. Again, we start off with a foundation of information, and that foundation we try and give you for free. From there, we try and build our house. We try and take what we've learned and show how to use it and how to create investments out of it. So that's what it really comes down to. It's pretty straightforward, easy to understand, and the best part is, once you've watched a video, you can go to complete lesson, and then the course will update. You'll get a little green check mark telling you you've watched it, and you get a course progress telling you how far through the course you've gotten. And again, this is only one of 8. There is one course in specific that I want to mention to you all, because many people ask, "Hi, I'm new to Sectors Made Simple. Where do I get started?" Introduction to the Matrix. This is 12 hours of classes available entirely for free. This entire course is available without needing a subscription and will teach you everything you need to know about how to make the matrix. What information we use, how we do it, what type of charts we use, and by the end, if you were to look at the matrix, you would understand what it's telling you. This is your foundation. This, if you are a member and you have not watched this, I recommend it. This is how you learn about what the matrix is and how to read it. From there, members have access to our other series, such as Getting More Out of the Matrix, which is mostly members content, but takes you through trading strategies using momentum, BPI, and more. We'll talk about that when we look at the matrix. Talking about a spreadsheet to track the matrix, fundamental analysis with the matrix, technical analysis with the matrix, and lastly, trading strategies using point and figure. Again, we have over 150 hours of webinars now, and we want to help you to organize it in a way that's easy to understand. But maybe you want to explore for yourself what Sectors Made Simple has to offer. For that, if you click on webinars, this site will give you a list of the webinars that we have available. Here we see all of the webinars that we've done. There's a lot of them. But there's also a search here. So we can go to subsector, which is going to give us all of the videos that mention subsector, either in the video, the description, or the title. So here you'll see all of our subsector spotlights and looking at different strategies that involve using subsectors. If there is one topic that you're interested in, the search webinar button is the way to do it. And all of this website right now is in what we like to call a beta phase. We are building this for tomorrow. This is going to be what our site will become. So much of this is still being developed and will continue to be developed, because from January 1st on, this is going to become the new Sectors Made Simple site. We are happy to announce that we have been working on creating and building a new Sectors Made Simple site that makes signing up easier, makes purchasing and managing your subscription easier, and gives you all of the content in one place. For the webinars specifically, let's just talk webinars. We are planning on adding the ability to search by category, search by language, search by who is giving the webinar. Maybe you've seen my face too much at Sectors Made Simple. Maybe you want to see Julie, my mother. So you can search, I only want to see webinars that Julie has done, or I only want to see webinars in Spanish. Or I only want to see beginner level webinars. Or maybe I want to see all the advanced level webinars. Or webinars about Google Sheets, or webinars about sector rotation, or current events. All of this is going to be available to everyone on our new Sectors Made Simple website. Again, that website will be released in full in the new year. But you can get started today by going to learn.sectorsmadesimple.com and exploring the beta website where we have our courses and webinars available to you. If you're missing any webinars and want to see all of them, we still do have our sectorsmadesimple.com website where you can go and purchase a subscription, but also see all of our members and non-members webinars available here, as well as the Inversores en Sectores webinar series, which we'll be adding to our main site in the coming weeks. So this is the old stuff. This is the new stuff. And I'll tell you what, it looks pretty, it works well, and it's simple to use. So we are incredibly excited to be able to release this in the new year for you all to start using. So that's the fluff stuff. That's the nice, beautiful wrapping paper. But what's the present inside? Now we get to talk about the dashboard. This is where the magic happens, and this is what a Sectors Made Simple subscription gives you. So, for Sectors Made Simple subscribers, if you want to follow along at home, go to dash.sectorsmadesimple.com and we can explore the matrix together. Again, everything I'm going to be showing now requires a Sectors Made Simple subscription. So if you're not a subscriber already, a subscription would get you access to everything that I'm about to show. So the first thing that you see when you go to dash.sectorsmadesimple.com is the matrix. This is our look, our picture of today in the market. So we can see how 11 different S&P 500 sectors and the S&P 500 itself are doing today. We can organize by X count, which is short-term strength. We can organize by positive trend, which is long-term strength, or we can organize by total, which is long-term plus short-term. So if we were to organize by short-term, what we're going to see is that Staples, XLP, is our current sector leader. Healthcare is number 2, and real estate is number 3. That's some valuable information right there. Because if what you're looking to do with your investing is, I don't want to invest in sector ETFs, I like companies. Show me companies and what companies are doing well today. Well, you can start with the matrix. And you can say, look, Staples is doing very well. Let me go over to a spreadsheet that we shared in one of our members' webinars. Go to industries, and we can look up Staples to find the leading industry within the leading sector. Okay, confectioners look pretty good. We can click on the link here, and ta-da, here are 4 companies within the leading industry, within the leading sector. In a minute, 60 seconds to find your answer. Hi, Jonathan. We have to have a membership to log into Sectors Made Simple? You do not need a membership to log in to the learn.sectorsmadesimple.com site. What you do need a membership for is to log into the matrix. You will not be able to see the matrix if you do not have a Sectors Made Simple subscription. It's just going to say, no Sectors Made Simple subscription found. Please go to sectorsmadesimple.com to purchase a subscription. So everything I'm showing right now is what a subscription to Sectors Made Simple gives you. In addition to, I said 75 hours before, that's an understatement. From the series that the Girasoles have given us as well, we are at this point at 100 hours of exclusively members only content. That's a lot of webinars. And again, we are working to add more resources to make looking through all of those webinars easier. But for right now, we do have the search function available on our webinars page. So you can search here for whatever you're interested in. So you want crypto? You got crypto. So back to the matrix. There are a lot of powerful investing strategies that can start with the matrix. And again, the matrix it can be the end of your search, and I'll show that in a few minutes here, but it can also be the start. We provide resources to help you invest and provide webinars to show you how these resources can be used. So one way it can be used is find the top sector, go to our spreadsheet, which we've shared with all of our members, and then go to industries and find the leading industry. We can then say, all right, not a fan of tobacco. How about packaged goods? Go here and look at packaged goods and get a list of companies. And then for those of you that have watched our fundamental analysis and the matrix webinar, would know that you can add some different parts up here to the screener to make 65 companies go down even further and make your search easy. Once you found a company, you can head over here to the watch list, put it in. So let's say BGS. Go in here, find the point and figure buy signal or buy price, which would be $35. And you can set your buy range, and it tells you to wait. Ta-da! Right there, you've added a stock to your watch list in less time than it takes most people to make a cup of coffee. So that's just the start of what you can do with the matrix. The next thing that you can do is say, all right, I don't want to see who the leader is today. I want to see who has gained ground, who is making the most progress. So to do that, we offer momentum. Momentum compares today against a previous matrix. It can be compared to yesterday, which is what we see right here. It's over on the right side now. My apologies. We can compare it to 1 week ago to see some pretty significant changes. The last week was a crazy one in the market and not a very good day today, as we see with all of the price changes on the left. We can compare to 2 weeks ago, 3 months ago, and if none of these dates fit what you want, you can put in a custom date and get the matrix from that day. So now what this will give us is today's matrix compared to December 3rd. And if we scroll down, right here is December 3rd's matrix. Again, what this gives us is a way of comparing relative strength from today to whenever. For those that watch these webinars regularly, you'll probably know I go through phases of having a beard, not having a beard, and everything in between. But if all you've seen is one webinar of me with a full beard and very, very long hair, and one webinar of me with very short hair, it shows a lot of change in a short period of time. That's exactly what momentum tells us. What has changed in what period of time, and gives you the power to see what makes sense to you and to use this tool the way that makes sense to you. The last thing that we offer on this page is bullish percent, one number to see how that entire sector is doing. Stock Charts offers this as well. Stock Charts does have bullish percent, but Stock Charts offers the S&P 500. All of their BPIs tell you the percent of companies in the S&P that are on a buy or sell signal. That's useful, but for some sectors that only have 22 companies, it's not meaningful. It's not statistically significant, if that's a word that resonates with you. So instead of looking at 500, we look at 5,000. We look at the entire New York Stock Exchange every single day, find the companies on buy signals, find the companies on sell signals, and put those in a list for you. So you can see discretionary, 47% of companies are on a buy signal, communications, 42.4%. But we don't just tell you the percentage, we tell you the direction as well. X's are going up, O's are going down. So discretionary might be at 47%, but it's in a downtrend. Communication may be at 42%, but it's in an uptrend. And just like I mentioned before, over on our webinars page, there's a webinar on how to use momentum, BPI, and more. If this wasn't enough, the last thing that this page has to offer is if you click on any of the BPI names or on any of the ETFs on the left, it will bring you to the point and figure chart for that ticker or for that sector. So we can go look at discretionary and see discretionary's bullish percent chart. All of this updates every single day, about an hour, hour and a half after market close. So that's the dashboard. That is what the matrix is. But wait, there's more. The next thing I want to show you is we looked before at how you can use the matrix as part of a bigger trading strategy. But not everyone has that much time. Some people just want to, in the time it takes for them to make their cup of coffee, instead of finding a list of companies, they just want one thing and say, all right, that's what I'm going to use. But that's hard to do. It's hard to say, here's my rule, here's how I can do it. So we can help with that. Underneath my lovely face, there is a menu. And in this lovely menu, there is backtest. Backtesting is a very important process, a very important part of creating a trading strategy. It lets us see if we used that strategy, how we would have done in the past. I'm going to preface what I'm about to say by this is not financial advice. This is not me telling you to use this strategy because it's going to make you profit. Past results can never guarantee future performance. But what I do want to show you is one trading strategy that could have been used with the matrix for 2021 and how it would have done. I'm going to start on January 1st of 2021, and we're going to end today. Top sectors each period is saying how many things do you buy. All is buying every single thing that checks all of the boxes. One says only buy the top one thing. We're looking to save time here, all right? We just want to buy the top one. Rebalance period. How often do you want to go and look at your investments? Weekly? Nah, I don't got time for that. 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, I'm going to go to the matrix. I'm going to check 2 numbers, and I'm going to buy whatever sector it tells me to buy. What are those 2 numbers we're going to look at? Well, let's talk through this. Instead of just looking at the numbers, we'll say why we're using these numbers. We're going to add a metric to say, number 1, this is the first thing that I want to see. I want to see that it's gaining strength in the short term. So I want to take the ticker that has the best change in 2-week momentum, whatever the best thing is, but it needs to have at least one. If it doesn't have one, if nothing has one, I'm not going to buy it. Then we're going to go here to positive trend, because if two things have exactly the same short-term change, we want to take the one that has the better positive strength, the better long-term strength. So that's our strategy. Let's see how it would have done. Ta-da. We see periods that the strategy lost money. No strategy is going to be perfect, but this is decent. We see that as we move into September, that's when the strategy shines. From basically being about the same as the SPY, which is the line in black, remember, opportunity cost. Why invest your money when you could have just put it in SPY? Why is because you have Sectors Made Simple, you follow these webinars, and you found a strategy that you like. And if you had taken this strategy, again, past results can never guarantee future performance. This isn't me saying you're going to double your money if you follow this specific strategy. This is one example. Yeah, you would have over doubled your returns compared to if you had bought SPY. SPY gave you, wrong page. SPY gave you $12,129. Our strategy would have given us $15,220.61. If you like numbers and you like data like me, you can download your returns as a CSV, and then we can open it. So I'm going to go open with. And here is your strategy in a spreadsheet. And from here, you can compare different strategies against each other. You can save the strategy, whatever you want to do. The data is yours. We give you the resources so that you can invest simpler, whatever simpler might be for you. Jacqueline, si tienes problemas con entrar al Matrix, por favor, envíanos un email a support@sectorsmadesimple.com y podemos ayudarte ahí. You got it? Kira va a poner el enlace para este email. So that's backtesting. One simple way to test any strategies. And again, some strategies might not work. If you wanted to check if the BPI is greater than 50%, things change. This is not the get-rich-quick scheme page. This is a way to test strategies that you would want to use and see how they've done in the past. And also, if you don't know how to use backtesting, exporting your backtesting, talking about the initial release, using backtesting, 2 different webinars in Spanish about using backtesting. The resources are all here for you. We show you how to use everything. Let's now move along. I'm going to move my face once again so that we can show you custom matrices. This is one of the newest features that we've added to Sectors Made Simple. Custom matrices let you take what we've done with the matrix, comparing a bunch of different things all at the same time to see short-term and long-term strength. But custom matrices, instead of us telling you, here are the 12 things, it lets you create them for yourself. If you guys would like, give me a list of 5 to 7 companies that you would like to see a custom matrix for. What companies would people be interested to see a custom matrix for? while I'm waiting for people to, there's a little bit of a delay with the stream. So while I'm waiting for people to put in their suggestions, what I will talk about is the fact that a lot of these features, well, all of these features, we have built. We have built them. We don't take someone else's things and try and do it ourselves. We build these. So the beauty of that is if there's ever suggestions or ideas that you all would want to see, send us an email. Chances are we can make it happen. We are here to help you invest simpler and to create resources for you to invest simpler. All right, there's a bunch. So let's go down the list. Apple. By the way, all of these custom matrices, we have over 10,000 tickers to choose from. If it's listed on a US exchange, we probably have it. If we don't have it, send us an email. We will add it if we can. mRNA. mRNA. Why isn't it adding Moderna? All right, let's try this again. Don't know why it wasn't adding. There we go. Apple, Tesla, NVIDIA, ANTM, NVAX, and AEE. Now, the machine is doing its thing. Rodolfo is saying the strategy is based on last year, right? With the same holdings. So every 2 weeks, you would change what you invested in. So if we go back to that back test, let me set this up again. Excuse me, I'm just going to go through and put this in really quickly. Every 2 weeks, using 2 metrics. Short-term momentum for 2 weeks and long-term positive trend to break any ties. Run backtest. Down below, what it gives you is many things. It tells you when the buy and sell date was, but it also tells you how the strategy did, how the SPY did, and the difference. And if you scroll to the right, it tells you what sector it purchased. Every 2 weeks, it goes in and it will buy something different. If there's 2 periods where you would hold the same thing, it would tell you to hold, like here. Building materials, building materials. By the way, if there's ever a period that your strategy, there's nothing, it will tell you cash. If there's nothing that meets our requirements, sell off and hold cash is how the strategy would approach it. Miembros de Sectors Made Simple pueden comprar acciones o solo sectores. Tenemos información para los dos. Esto es solamente estamos comprando los ETFs de los sectores. Pero lo siento. Aquí en el matrix tenemos esta hoja. Aquí podemos saber cuál sector tiene el fuerza más mejor en este momento. Y con esta información podemos usar esto en algunas estrategias. Si quieres buscar por compañías en este sector, sí, podemos usar este para obtener el mejor sector. Y ahí tenemos una hoja de Google Sheets para ver cuáles industrias en este sector son mejor o peor. Y después podemos usar esta información para obtener una lista de compañías para entrar al watchlist para ver. Y aquí también tenemos una hoja de watchlist. Sí, comprar, lo siento. All right. So let's now go back and let's look here at our custom matrix. It's still running. It usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes to run a new backtest because, like the trendsetter you are, many of these custom matrices have never been ran before. You are the first one to make it happen, so it takes us a little bit of time to catch up to your brilliance. Right now, this is the first time this matrix has ever been run, so it's going to take us, again, about 5 to 10 minutes. If you're impatient like me, you can have it send you an email to let you know when it's done. And we'll send you an email saying, hey, your custom matrix is done. Come say hi. Still processing. Are there any other questions that people have so far about Sectors Made Simple, about anything that we've talked about? The one thing I want to mention here, again, is that all of this right now is, the website really, is in beta. In the beginning of January, we will be releasing the entire website for you all to use, which will have a new way of managing your subscriptions, a new way of seeing all of this information in one place, and all with the same look. So everything looks pretty and looks together. But in addition, there are a few other things that we are going to be adding. Notably, I'll actually save that for the end, because that's the big news, and that's what I want to share with you all at the end. Still processing. Maybe I'll share it now then. So, Sectors Made Simple is available right now as an annual subscription. The beauty of buying a subscription to Sectors Made Simple is, well, simple. When you join us, it is an honor to be a part of your investment routine. And as our thanks to you, we try and offer other benefits in addition to the value we provide in our webinars and our tools. So, when you buy a Sectors Made Simple annual subscription, your price that you paid is the price you will always pay. As long as you keep your Sectors Made Simple subscription, whatever price you buy at is the price you will always have. So, right now the price is $750 per year. If we decide to up the costs in the future, you will always pay $750. You'll never pay a cent more as long as you maintain your subscription with us. Also, we do other classes as well, such as earlier this year, we did Spreadsheets Made Simpler Advanced. It was a 12-hour-long course that I did where I take you through the steps of building a Be a Profit watch list that automatically gives you all of the Be a Profit information and a score telling you how much of Be a Profit that stock meets. I teach you all of the information needed to build it yourself, with homeworks and quizzes along the way, and checkpoints in case you've missed something and want to pick up where we left off. This course is available for purchase for members and non-members alike. But Sectors Made Simple subscribers, for annual subscriptions, get a 50% discount on our standalone course. So if you're interested in this course, Sectors Made Simple subscribers get it 50% off. So those are the two main benefits of an annual subscription. And the reason I'm mentioning annual is because starting in the new year, to celebrate our new website, we will begin to offer 3- and 6-month subscription options as well. These subscription options will not have the discounts and will not have the price lock-in. So if we ever change the price in the future, we will let you know, of course, but you do not lock in your price. But if you're interested in getting started with Sectors Made Simple and you want to test it out for yourself, we will have 3- and 6-month subscription options starting in 2022, as well as in January, we will be offering a 10% discount on annual, 3- and 6-month subscriptions for your first period. So if you are interested in getting an annual subscription, you get 10% off that first year. If you want the 6-month, you get 10% off that first 6 months, so on and so forth. So we're pleased to be able to bring Sectors Made Simple to a wider audience and continue to show the value of not just being told what to invest in, but taking control of your investments as well, investing with confidence and with information provided simpler, and also having a lot of fun along the way. All right, let's go check on our custom matrix, shall we? Ta-da! He's done. So what we see now is something very similar to the matrix itself. We have positive long-term trend, short-term X count, and the total, which is the positive plus the X count. Here are the 7 companies that you all asked for. So if we sorted it by total, Novavax is up at the top, AEE and Tesla are down at the bottom. And we can see relative strength changes and who is beating whom, short-term and long-term. And just like we have with the main matrix, we have momentum as well. So on momentum, we can compare the matrix to yesterday. 1 week ago, Novavax in the last week, mRNA in the last week. It's almost like healthcare is taken off in the last week. 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, 3 months ago. Healthcare is doing well. Let's compare it to last week's matrix, shall we? Healthcare has gained plus 10 in 1 week alone. So if we were to look up here, healthcare now has 14. Last week, 4. This is an amazing way to, in one single page, look at the market, look at the changes in the market, and say who is changing for the better, but also for worse. It's fascinating to get to follow these changes over time. See leaders arise and leave, where before we had technology and discretionary as our 2 sector leaders. Well, discretionary used to be a sector leader. Not so much anymore, and it's falling even more. But technology was our strongest sector, with a total count of 18, and has now dropped to 12 in the last week. And we're not just talking short-term here. We're talking long-term losses as well, in the form of 2 losses of positive trend. That's the beautiful thing about the matrix. If you're just getting started and you want to learn about investing, and you want to, again, take control of your own investing and get to see what opportunities there are, Sectors Made Simple gives you that. If you are really getting confident with investing and you want to start looking into companies and industries using well-established methods of investing, such as fundamental analysis, technical analysis, or the marriage of the two, Be a Profit, brought to you by Julie Stav, we offer you resources for that as well. Then lastly, if you are an advanced user and you want to make everything of the information we provide, we have the backtesting engine for you to test your own strategies and more. We also have a couple of resources to help you build Google Sheets. So if this kind of sheet is something that's interesting to you, many of the changes and additions made here is knowledge that through Spreadsheets Made Simpler and Sectors Made Simple, you would be able to pick up and learn for yourself. I see a question here. Para aquellos que pagamos por el Spreadsheets Made Simpler, no estará disponible para nosotros. Puedo estar gratis. Ya puedes tener acceso por eso. Si no tienes acceso por esta serie de clases, por favor envíame un email. Si compras esta clase, siempre vas a tener acceso por eso. Si no lo tienes, por favor envíanos un email y podemos a darte este curso. Yeah, so again, just to reiterate what I said, when you buy Spreadsheets Made Simpler, the paid course, you get it for life. This course, once you buy it, you should already and always have access. I don't, so I would need to go buy it. I think I might know the person that did the class though, so I'll ask him to get me in. And that's what we have to offer in 2021. We have developed a lot this year. We have created new resources like the backtesting engine and like custom matrices. We have begun the development of our new website, which we will be happy to unveil in the very beginning of 2022, complete with a new promotion for annual subscriptions and the introduction and initial sale of 3 and 6 month subscription options as well. Lastly, I want to share with you all some plans for what we have coming up in 2022. The first thing, again, is going to be the new website. We're going to be releasing the new website for you all to be using in the beginning of the new year. After that, we hope to make some additions and revisions to the webinars page to allow you to browse by category, search by presenter, language, difficulty, or topic, and make finding the information you care about simpler. Then after, many of our Sectors Made Simple subscribers have loved having access to this list of spreadsheets with resources on finding opportunities, tracking opportunities, buying them, and lastly, following your results. So bit by bit, all of the things that you love about this spreadsheet are going to be brought to the matrix, to Sectors Made Simple. We intend on building much of the functionality of these sheets into something that is simple and easy to use in the Sectors Made Simple website. Plus, some other fun things that we could never do with Google Sheets that we can do in Sectors Made Simple, such as give you the ability to see what sectors you're investing in, your success in each sector, and your returns in each sector. So that's what we have planned just for the beginning of the year. We have many other things that we're beginning to work on and are excited to be able to create the new direction, or not the new direction, but continue this amazing journey with you all. And again, the beautiful thing about this is we're a family. It's not just the Sectors Made Simple subscribers of the family. Everyone that participates in these webinars, watches them either live or recorded, is part of the Sectors Made Simple family. And we want to hear from you all what things you would like to see to help you invest simpler. So the reason that we don't have the 12-month plan figured out is we don't want to. We want to be able to listen to you and work alongside you to create resources that are helpful. If we can't answer it in a question, we will build it in a webinar. If we can't build it in a webinar, we'll do our best to build it as a tool, first in Google Sheets so we can bring it to you, and then if we can, we'll build it in the matrix as well, so that everything that makes investing simpler for you is in one place. Let's see. Vamos a tener otra clase antes de la Navidad. Sí. We are going to have, I'll say this in English as well as Spanish, we're going to have one more webinar on Tuesday. This webinar, typically members' webinars are on Tuesdays, but this webinar I want to be open to everybody. It's going to be a not Sectors Made Simple, a sector rotation review. What has changed in sectors? We're going to be looking month by month and looking at major world events in 2021 and seeing how sectors and sector rotation has changed as a result. We're going to talk about returns, we're going to talk about world events, we're going to talk about relative strength, we're going to talk about absolute strength, All of that will be on Tuesday's webinar, where we'll get to share everything that has changed in the world of sectors in 2021, as well as, like most newsletters, end with what to look forward to in the upcoming year. So again, that webinar will be on Tuesday at the same time, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, so 4 p.m. Los Angeles, 7 p.m. Eastern. También voy a repetirlo en español. Este martes vamos a tener un webinario especial. En esta clase vamos a hablar sobre los cambios del mercado y de los sectores en 2021. Vamos a hablar sobre los eventos en el mundo y cómo estos eventos tienen un cambio de sector rotation o sector fuerza relativa o algo. Es muy interesante para revisar los cambios y los precios, y después vamos a hablar sobre en qué tienes una opción para mantener un ojo para el próximo año. Todo eso vamos a hablar en este martes en el webinario para todos a 4 de la tarde, tiempo de Los Ángeles, y 7 de la noche para tiempo de Nueva York o de Miami. Y si mientras tanto tienes preguntas o algo que quieres escuchar sobre, por favor envíanos un email a support@sectorsmadesimple.com. No tenemos un equipo de soporte. El equipo de soporte es yo y mi fiancé Kira. Again, if you have any questions or if there's anything you want to hear us cover in Tuesday's webinar or in a 2022 webinar, send us an email at support@sectorsmadesimple.com. We don't have a support team. The support team is me and my fiancé Kira. So anything you ask, anything you want to say, goes directly to us. Please say nice things. No. We are here to help you. We are direct, transparent, and personal, and that's the way we always want it to be. As we grow, that will never change. It is always our intention of making learning fun, accessible, and simple. So, from myself, Kira, Nate, our amazing developer who has built everything that you see here at Sectors Made Simple, and my mother, who has made Sectors Made Simple possible. It has been an honor to continue her dream of bringing financial knowledge, empowerment, and confidence to everyone. The Hispanic community, the youth, everyone needs to learn how to invest and manage their money. So we're here to help you do it simpler. Thank you all so much for an amazing 2021. I hope to see everyone in our webinar on Tuesday, where we'll talk about the year in review for sector rotation. So until then, have a great weekend, take care, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, everyone.